Hi everybody, it's Annabelle and welcome back to my channel. In today's short video we're going to be taking a look at quite the special orchid hybrid that I've been anticipating blooming for quite some time. A little bit worried that maybe it could be a wrong ID because it's quite a rare hybrid. There are only a few pictures of this hybrid online and none of them actually look anything like mine. So now that it's bloomed out, I'm confident that the idea is correct and I'm really kind of in awe of this little hybrid. So this is the Neofinetia or Vanda falcata crossed with Phalaenopsis equestris. So Neofinetia crossed with Phal hybrids are pretty rare. They do happen. Vandas and Vandaceous types can be hybridized with Phalaenopsis. Some sections of the Phalaenopsis species are more easily hybridized with Vandaceous types than others. It seems to me that the equestris seems to be easier to hybridize with Vandaceous types than other Phalaenopsis, or is more widely and more commonly hybridized with Vandas than other Phalaenopsis. I've seen reports that Phalaenopsis subsection Polychilus are harder to hybridize with Vandaceous types than the other subsections of the Phalaenopsis genus. This I'm not sure of the reasons for, but it's fairly difficult to find Polychilus subgenus Phalaenopsis hybridized with Vandaceous types. The equestris, on the other hand, there are a few hybrids with Vandaceous types that I have been seeking for a long time. One of these is the Phalaenopsis equestris crossed to Neofinetia or Vanda falcata. The other is crossed to Arides halluciana, and I found a supplier in Russia. Of course, they don't ship to the UK because you can't do that. Russia to Europe seems to be a tricky one. And it seems that I will never find these hybrids now since the UK is leaving the EU, and buying from European nurseries is going to be pretty impossible. So I'm very glad that I picked up this little hybrid while I could get it. I got this from Schwerter a little while ago. I'm not sure if they still stock it. It's worth checking their website because it does seem to be blooming out as the true hybrid. You can definitely see the influence of both the Neofinetia and the Phalaenopsis in the flowers of this hybrid, which I find to be super interesting. It also carries the fragrance of the Neofinetia, which is fantastic, although slightly more fruity and slightly more faint in my opinion. It's a wonderful little hybrid with a really compact growth habit that resembles the bean leaf Neofinetia types. My particular hybrid seems to be hybridized with a pink Neofinetia type because the other hybrids that I've seen have more white blooms. This is the leaf structure, as you can see. It takes after both parents really. It's got more of the narrow leaf form than a Phalaenopsis, but a much wider leaf form than a Neofinetia. On this occasion it actually produced 2 spikes, but only one has bloomed out. The other hasn't dried though, so there is the potential that it could at a later date turn into something. It does very well in semi-hydro for me, as do most of my Neofinetia types. I do find that they like a little bit more moisture than some other orchids in semi-hydro, so they are a little bit more sensitive to the dry layer. So I do mix some Ceramis or some smaller lacquer called Super Light Black that I got from Kaizen Bonsai, which is a bonsai supply store in the UK, which just distributes moisture more evenly through the pot due to its smaller size and lower kind of air gap ratio. It's doing pretty well for me in this mix, and the blooms are just absolutely gorgeous, so delicate and so interesting I find, because they have the spur of the Neofinetia but kind of some of the shape of the Phalaenopsis. I think they're beautiful, I think they're gorgeous. It was definitely worth what I paid for it. I got it as a relatively small plant, but it has grown very quickly and it is a very vigorous grower. It has roots reaching right to the bottom of the self-watering pot that it's in and circling around the bottom. It produces roots very quickly and easily and seems to enjoy the mix that it's in. Overall, a stunning little hybrid that I would recommend to anyone interested in growing sort of small, compact, slightly fragrant orchids, any collectors interested in collecting Vanda Phalaenopsis hybrids, Neofinetia Phalaenopsis hybrids, It's a fantastic little plant and I thoroughly recommend it to everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this little spotlight on my Neofinetia or Vanda falcata across to Phalaenopsis equestris today. I think it's one that deserves a little more time in the spotlight because it is quite a rare hybrid. By rare, I mean that it's not commonly or widely available in my region. I believe that this is due to difficulties in the pollination process or successful pollination, and possibly low viability of seed pods that are produced with these hybrids. This can be the case with many intergeneric hybrids, hybrids that aren't as commonly or widely available and therefore are more expensive to buy, tend to be harder hybrids to make that result in fewer successful pollinations and lower seed viability numbers for the seed pods that are produced, which kind of increases the price and obviously makes them more difficult to obtain. I hope that more people will try making this hybrid, more of the large hybridizers, because it's a gorgeous little plant and I think that everybody would love to have one in their collections. So any hybridizers out there that have a Neofinetia and a Phalaenopsis equestris and a orchid flasking service in your area, why not give this a go? Even if you don't want to flask for yourself, you could do it and send the seed pod off to a flasking service and get the little baby orchids back once they're a little bit bigger. It may take a year or two, but you could definitely have this in your collection. And I think more of us should do this. Thank you so much for watching my spotlight today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a comment, a like, or subscribe to my channel for more regular orchid spotlights and updates. And I will see you guys all later. Hope you're all keeping safe and well and having a wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate. See you guys all next time. Bye!